turned my speaker up a bit, so I'm just going to turn that down. All right, okay, let's get started. Stretching out this week. What a crazy week it's been. All right, so chin to chest. Let's slowly go down to that toe touch to start. Sometimes when I do this toe touch, it tells me exactly what needs to be done. Oh, holy moly. Usually I can go right to the floor. This is how I know I'm super tight in the glute, hamstrings, lower back. All right, let's slowly go back up. Nice tall head, tall spine. Put your head towards the ceiling and your hands towards the floor. And then I'm going to turn my left ear to my left shoulder. Put my left hand on that ear. I'm going to push my ear into that hand towards the ceiling. Stretch. In my other hand, I'm going to just reach right for the floor. If you want, you can put that hand behind your back even. Back to center, right ear, right shoulder, right hand on that ear. Push the ear into the hand towards the ceiling, and then take that other arm and put it behind your back. Or you can just reach for the floor, it depends. And let's do some upper arm warm-up stretch before we stretch our shoulders today too. So we're going to put our hands out front. And you're going to swing one arm back at a time. This is like all these little clues of what's needs super stretching. For me, it's my left shoulder. Left shoulder wants to teach me a lesson. Go front, over, under, over, under. Just warming up those joints. I'm going to put an X on my chest. I'm going to reach out diagonally. Back. X, other way, diagonal. Every direction. Right on cue, I'm getting a wonderful hot flash. Welcome that hot flash, ladies. It's funny. I'm going to put my arms in a goalpost position and then just lightly have my fingers behind my head. I'm going to bring my elbows in and then as far out as I can. Warm a few things up before we really hit the floor and stretch everything out. Really enjoyed Monday's workout because my body felt it. All right, big arm circles, but alternately with each hand, and I got my palms facing out. So big circle, palm facing out. Keep that palm facing out the whole time. Back, chest forward, hinge at the hip, and let gravity pull those hands back and stretch those shoulders. I'm going to come back up and just put my hands on either elbow, go back down. Those arms hang, and then do like a half circle. Stretching everything. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Before we go to the floor, we're going to need a towel or a band for the floor. right, come back up. Grab yourself a towel or a band and just make it handy for the floor. Just have a little sip of water. Gotta wet that whistle. So I'm just gonna put this aside. Actually, let's use it now, before we even hit the floor. Because I love to do this shoulder stretch. It's called flossing. So I'm gonna go like in a letter V, just like this. Okay. So band or towel, whatever works for you. You can use a pair of your pants if you want. Or take your yoga pants off and use those. Okay, let's go forward to the front. And then we're gonna floss as far back as we can go. For me, it's not that far today. But if I just keep going as far as I can go, I feel like my range of motion opens up as I do this. Wow. Guys, I still have to either fix my watch. I did some troubleshooting and now I gotta fix. They gave me some ideas on how to fix my Apple Watch, so I'm gonna try it this morning. All the way back as far as you can go. You're just going like opposite behind you. This is how far you want to go behind. So see, I've opened up my range of motion just by flossing my shoulders. For some reason you couldn't do this and it aggravates your neck or shoulders, and you can just do arm circles. Almost there. Almost there. More. Way better. Just opened up that range of motion. Nice. What a difference. I can tell my camera's a little crooked, a little wonky class today. I kind of feel crooked today too, so whatever. All right, so let's walk down into the plank position or just go down to the floor. I want you to go down into a plank position. If you're just on the floor and you didn't walk down, I want you to be on your hands and knees. Okay, that's your alternative. And I want you to bring your left foot beside your left hand, just like that. And then we're going to take that left hand and I'm going to thread the needle underneath and then turn all the way towards the ceiling. And if for some reason you need to, just drop that back knee. You can still do the same thing. Up to you. Such a nice stretch. Stretching that spine. Let's warm it up. Come on, spine, you can do it. Oh, I know why my speaker seemed louder. I was learning some songs and I turned the bass up. Alright, so I'm gonna drop that back knee if you haven't already have it on the floor. And I want to take this front leg. I'm gonna go to my heel and shift back. So now that front leg is straight. The further back you go to sit on that foot, the bigger the stretch. Let's stretch that foot, reach. We're just stretching those hammies in the back of those legs because yikes. Okay, come back forward. Right. Let's go forward. So now you're pushing the knee forward. You're stretching your back hip. And if you can do it like this. Stretch back, reach, and then hinge forward, arms up. can modify this and just keep your hands on the floor. Go right ahead. Stretching those hips, warming those hips up now. Uh-oh. Now, we're going to come to the 90-90 position. I'm going to push my hip, this hip that's the back leg hip. I'm going to push it out, sideways, out, and take my top arm and reach over my body. Then I'm going to slightly push forward and stretch the hip just a little more. And then back to a 90-90 position. The same right side, or if your right leg is in the back, whatever the back leg is, take that arm and put it, oopsie, watch balance, on the left knee. And then I want you to take your left arm and reach towards the ceiling behind you and look at your hand. Stretch. You're going to take balance. And don't forget to breathe. All right, twist as far back as you can. That's what you're using your hand for leverage, right? There you go. Ooh. Back to center. That takes a lot of balance. Okay, so we're going to go right into the pigeon. I'm going to put my hands on the floor. Bring that foot down. So now if I straighten out that back right leg, I got my hip right on that left heel. I'm gonna lie down. The flatter you lie down, the more you're going to stretch the back glute. This one's really really good if you get sciatica, or if you have stenosis, which is like when you get pinched nerves because you're building up that cartilage in your vertebrae. The hole's getting smaller, so you start to pinch your nerves. So this is good for all of those things. While I'm in this position, I'm going to just roll onto my butt cheek. Bring everything up into a 90-90 position. So my left leg's still in the front. I got 90-90 everywhere, 90 degrees behind each joint. Okay, let's get our chest down to that shin. Again, for some reason you can't do any of the stretches, just repeat some of the ones you've already done that you can do, because they're all targeting the same area. We're gonna go for that outside knee. Gonna lean that torso right out. Whoa. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Deep breath in. Just let that stress go. Reach for that back foot. Woo. Every time I shift and change my weight in a different direction, I feel a different part of that hip. Okay, so I'm trying to lean this back shoulder towards that foot. Lean it in. Take a deep breath in. Let go. Traffic doesn't matter. hands behind your back, or if you need to, you can just put them on the floor beside your knee. And I want you to put your foot in the air and keep that knee on the floor. Lift up that back foot. Lift it up. Don't hold your breath. Try and sit up straight as you can. Put the foot down. All right, let's lift the whole leg. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Señoritas. Okay, I want you to bring that front heel towards you and bring your back foot in. So now you're doing like a pinwheel kind of. And then I want you to take your hands to your chest or whatever you need to do, and I want you to go in a circle. And if you want, you can take your hands and walk yourself in a circle. It's all about the hips. Okay, change direction. It's a crazy stretch, okay? Okay, we're gonna go right back into a plank position or on your hands and knees. Here we go. Plank or hands and knees. Bring that right foot up beside the right hand. Here we go. I'm going to take my right hand that's beside my right foot. I'm going to loop it under my left arm and then turn towards the ceiling. Threading the needle, stretching that thoracic spine. Stretching your hip too, because you're either in the 90-90 position or you're in a plank. All right. Put my hand back down. Bring my knee down. So now I'm going to shift. I'm going to put my heel down in the front. I'm going to shift all the way back, straighten that leg. If you can sit. And then just reach for that toe. Hands like me, bring myself to that 90-90 position and then just shift forward, stretching that knee and hip. I'm gonna come back to 90-90 and then shift again, stretching that front leg to the heel. That's so tight. Shift again forward. If you can, arms up to shift forward. And then come down and reach for that toe. Whew, this side is so much tighter. Holy moly. And up forward. Stretch. And then back. Smokes. There goes the neighborhood. Stretch. Like I said, say you got really touchy knees and this isn't working for you, just modify it to work for you or do something that we've already done because we're still targeting the same areas. Okay? Full on 90-90. Now my left hip is in, and then my left leg is in the back. So I want to push my hip out to the side, reach my left arm up and go reach over my body. And then I want to push that hip forward. Let me stretch that hip out. It's funny, I have no watch, I have like no concept of time for a whole week. I've lost all my street cred because I have no stats. What the heck? Okay, so my left leg is the back leg, so my left arm is going to go on the outside of my right leg. And if you can, reach that arm. Use that left arm as torque. You're going to look up at that hand. Super balance challenge here. Whew. And don't hold your breath. Breathe. Super challenging, that one. I tell you. All right, let's go right into the pigeon. So I'm going to bring my knee down. Stretch out that back leg. So now my left hip's lying on my right heel. I'm going to lie right down and stretch. Let's go into our 90-90 hip stretch. So, 90 degree, everything's about 90 degrees. A lot of stretching in many practices that I was talking to someone who did martial arts and a lot of the same stretches they used to. Okay, so let's put our chest on that shin, as close to that foot as you can. Deep breath in. Take that deep breath in, and when you let the breath out, just relax into the floor. Sit up, and let's reach for that outside knee. I'm going to put my hand on the knee and pull my shoulder right in. And I reach my left shoulder back to that back foot. Look at, I'm compensating. My left leg is not 90 degrees. Uh-oh. Sometimes our bodies are so tight, they cheat. I just realized my shirt's on inside out. It's fun. Good times. All right. Hands behind your back or on the floor beside that front knee. Lift that foot up and keep the knee on the floor. Oh, that's a good one today. Woo-wee. Trying to push my shoulder back towards that back foot too really makes a difference. Okay, put the foot down. Let's lift the whole leg. It's not uncommon to get a cramp when you're doing this, and I feel one coming on. Whew. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now I'm going to bring that front heel towards me and that back heel towards my butt. So now I'm in a pinwheel position again. Put your hands at your chest and do a circular motion. All right, change direction. I can't believe how much this stretches the gluteus medius area near my hip, my lower back. There we go. All right, so get ready with your band or towel. I just have to grab my timer because I have no concept of what time it is. I hate not having a watch. Oh, we got lots of time. Just making sure I'm on track here. Let's do a couple stretches for those hamstrings. And then we're going to stretch our shoulders and upper body. Okay, here we go. So on your back, got your band or towel. Stick it on that foot. Stretch it out. You can even do this similar to this in a seated position with both your feet together and then hinge your hip forward. If for some reason lifting your leg up hurts. So I have my left knee bent still, just because it's the initial stretch. All my favorite stretches is when I'm lying down, ready for my nap. All right, let's lower that leg, straighten the other one, come back. Whee. Okay. Really stretching the back of that leg. I always keep a slight bend in my knee because any kind of hyperextension for me is super uncomfortable. So I always keep just a little bit of a bend. I'm still getting a fantastic stretch, so not that big a deal. But one rule of thumb when you're stretching is to keep your all your angles nice and straight, 90-degree angles or straight angles. But sometimes we have to adapt, right? Okay, so left arm straight out of my side because I want to drop that leg straight out. Stretch that inner hammy. Oh, it's making me want a ham sandwich. Maybe a grilled ham and cheese. Actually, I think I'm getting a nice supper tonight, so I'll wait for that. going to take this band off, put both my arms out at my sides, and I want to drop my leg towards the floor and across my body, keeping my shoulders nice and square, just twisting that lower body. Bring both your knees to your chest, and let's just do a side to side rock. Just loosen up that lower back. All the tugging we've done on it so far. Be kind to our backs. Alrighty, feet down, band or towel on left foot this time. You straighten it out. Bring that band up. Right side. Cannot believe how tight that is. I might have to get into the roller just to iron out a bit of the back of the leg there. If you have talk about sciatica or stenosis, and say you use a roller, they say if you put the bottom of your butt on a roller and just lie on your back, just that curve is really good for just releasing all the pinching and stuff on your nerves. And my chiropractor said if you're doing a cat-cow, when you go to cow, try not to arch your back down so much. Just keep the upper body stretch and don't focus too much on that lower back. That's what I learned as of recent. Okay, let's lower that leg, straighten the other leg up. Gotta move my body because I'm hitting something. There we go. And I'm gonna straighten that leg again now that my other leg's straight. A little more of an intense stretch. Sure helps though. Such simple stretches that work super effective. And let's keep that right arm anchored as I drop that leg straight out to the side. Try and stretch that inner hammy. So, a lot of you know that Suzanne Summers passed away, I think in the last couple weeks ago. And years ago, I bought her book. It's called Summer Sizing. And it's all about splitting certain foods from each other, like not eating certain foods together. And then she's got all these fantastic recipes because she's actually a really good cook in this book too. So I find that this diet that she has in it is like, keep in mind, I'm not a dietitian, but I just thought in her honor, we could try it for a week, or I could just share it with you if you want to try it. It's a really good thing to do right before you go on a vacation. If you want to drop a few extra pounds, you lose a lot of weight on it. That's all I can say. I'm not about caring about losing weight, but I just thought at the very least, I'll share her recipes with you and her concept. It's about food fermenting in your tummy, and then you're not getting the nutrients, and then it's just turning into fat. That's her theory. Okay, so let's take that leg, get rid of the band, and we're going to drop it across our body to the floor. Yeah, so if you're interested, just message me and I'll set you up. But we could set a date to do it together if you like. It'd be good to do before Christmas or before some warm getaway. The one thing that's on her diet that I refuse to do is to lose my caffeine. I'm not losing that. It's all I have left. Plus, you know, it'd be wrong if I didn't use that fresh gourmet coffee I have upstairs. All right, bring your knees to your chest. Let's just rock side to side. But caffeine is pretty naughty for the body. Just saying. A lot of things are naughty for our bodies though, right? Okay, here we go. Let's go to a 90-degree angle. We're gonna drop our legs off to the side. Roll over on your side. Put your hands straight up. And then you're gonna go all the way back to the floor. Stretch that shoulder. Just put your hands band out of the way. Okay, so if you can, I want you to come back forward. I want you to bend both your elbows to a 90. Remember those 90-degree angles? Here we go again. And I'm going to take that top arm and I'm going to go all the way back again. And I'm going to lay here until that arm can comfortably touch the floor. See, now we're letting gravity do the work. Sometimes gravity works in our favor. Band. While we're doing this lovely stretch, we got the nice goalpost arms. I'm going to hinge at my elbow on the right hand or whatever hand is in front. And I'm going to put it on that knee. And then I'm going to straighten that back leg down and then pull that knee towards the floor just for a little extra stretch on the hip. That hand back up. So now we're back to a full-on goalpost. And I want you to just turn your head side to side and gently stretch your neck. All right, nice. I'm gonna bring my knee up. Hands up, going back onto that same side. I'm going to support my head and neck. And I'm going to put my arm straight out with my thumb towards the floor. I'm going to do the shape of a rainbow. I'm not going across my body, just a half circle. All the way up past my ear. If this is as far as you can go, then come back to the front. Otherwise, you're going to take that thumb, twist your wrist, and go all the way behind you. Don't go across your body, you're just doing a half circle, not a full. Oh, this feels so good. My shoulder was so mad at me. I'm actually going to do some extra shoulder stuff after the class, but it's with a ball, like a lacrosse ball. Those are things that you do if you have a lacrosse ball. If you want, I should actually do a quick little video and post it for you for that. And then I'll do one with a roller too. Go. Let's switch sides. I have no concept of time, so if I'm going late, super sorry. Sorry, not sorry. All right. Okay. I just got a message from my girl. She's coming. Haven't seen her in a while. She's coming back to train. Nice. Okay, here we go. So hands straight out, and your knees and hips are parallel. And now I'm lying on my other side. And I'm gonna go all the way back to the floor. I wonder if you all made that same sound. You tell the sides that are tighter than others. Yesterday was a very weird gray day. I'm glad the sun's coming out today. And I come back forward. Bend my elbows 90 degrees, just like I'm praying. Please help my muscles get nice. Okay, here we go. So, all the way back, 90. So I got the 90 degrees behind for each elbow, like a goalpost. And I'm just gonna wait until that arm is comfortably resting on the floor behind it. So I'm still in this position, but I'm going to hinge that front arm to the knee. And then I'm going to straighten the bottom leg, and then just stretch that hip a little extra. Ding. Yes, I know. Really like this stretch. Okay, hinge at the elbow so the hand is right back where you belong. All right, here we go. We're going to turn our neck side to side. Turn our head side to side, not our neck. We're going to stretch our neck by turning our head side to side. Back onto my side. I have to shift a bit so that I could do my shoulder sweep. Here we go. Support the head and neck. Thumb to the floor. Let's sweep all the way. Go as far back as you can and then back to the front. Awesome. Whee. Okay. A couple more of these. One more. Good. I'm not sure the time, but we should be standing up. That chin to chest again, and let's see how well we did today. Chin to chest, going for that toe touch. Oh, so much better. And then all the way back up. Feel like you need more stretching, and just go right to that mobility folder on my YouTube channel and pick any class you like. Okay, head towards the ceiling, hands toward the floor. Stretch that neck. Good job. I feel so much better. Tell me about you. What do I do?